sustainable business activities, ethical tourism, and bioarchitecture. Hi! In the fourth chapter, we'll focus on how to develop sustainable business activities through ethical tourism and bioarchitecture, based on a selection of best practices from Greece. Greece, as you probably already know, is the touristic country where the hospitality industry is blooming. Mostly business owners are engaged in running hotels or pensions, design touristic paths, and deliver touristic guidance services. Moreover, there are plenty of traditional restaurants, taverns, coffee shops, renting car or bike rental services, and tour offices. Every year, a lot of tourists from all over the world visit Greece to enjoy the sightseeing, the beaches, the mountains, the Mediterranean food, and the ancient culture. According to the data of Trading Economics, Greece attracted as many as 33 million visitors in 2018, 24 million more compared with 2015, making Greece one of the most visited countries in Europe and the world, and contributing to approximately 25% to the nation's gross domestic product, GDP. Its capital city, Athens, as well as Santorini, Mykonos, Rhodos, Corfu, Crete, and Chalkidiki are some of the country's major tourist destinations. The question that might arise is, which of these businesses mentioned earlier practice ethical tourism? First, let's explore how we could define ethical tourism or responsibility tourism. Briefly, it means to consider the consequences of our actions as a tourist on the environment, local people, and local economy. Some places in the world, like Greece, really benefit from tourism, and for some communities, the tourist trade is the main source of income and jobs. Ethical tourism is becoming more important in the tourist industry, with campaigns to raise awareness of the benefits of responsible holiday making and treating your area of visit with respect. What can be done to promote ethical tourism? Try to learn local language. A smile expresses kindness and respect and will go a long way if you can't speak the local language. Try to study a few simple phrases like thank you, please, and hello in the language and use them during your visit in the country of your destination. Second, learn more about local cultures. Before you start your packing, try to find out what sort of clothing the locals will be wearing. If they cover their legs or arms, then you might also want to think about doing the same. Dressing differently may also get you some unwanted attention. Show respect when visiting local cultures, religious and sacred sites. In Greece, there are many religious places where visitors need to be dressed specifically to enter the holy places. 3. Try something different. A good idea is to learn more about the country through the food and local tastes. Try to taste the food like the locals and find the places or taverns that are managed by families. 4. Take care of the environment. Consider taking alternative and more eco-friendly forms of transport where possible, for example, bikes or bicycles. When you're out in the countryside, at beach or at historical sites, remember to carry away your rubbish with you. Don't throw it away in the environment. 5. Leave wild animals in their nature. Avoid buying products made from endangered or wild animals and plants, including coral, shells, starfish, horns, teeth, and animal skins or fur. If you come across people selling you photographs with wild animals, think before you buy them. These animals are often taken from the wild when they are young and can be mistreated or killed when they get too large or difficult to handle. Now that we have seen how we can practice ethical tourism, let's move on to bioarchitecture. What exactly is bioarchitecture? The design and construction of buildings in an ecologically friendly manner. As simple as this, the design and construction of buildings that reflect structures found in nature. In order to better understand what the bioarchitecture is, I will present you two examples of bio-inspired art and architecture. The first one is the Basilica de la Sagrada Familia from Barcelona. It is almost impossible to do so without noticing the tower cranes in the background. Famously known as the church, still under construction since it was conceived, which was more than a century ago, it stands as one of the classic examples of Art Nouveau style of architecture in the world. Antonio Gaudi, the visionary master behind this masterpiece, sought for the city to be one day identified by the church. The Sagrada Familia is an organic magnum opus, a breathing concrete organism that morphs right before our eyes, something very similar to the constantly evolving nature of the earth. There is no structure that can match its excellence to date. Being submerged in a jungle is a feeling of what one experiences when inside the church. The canopy of ornamentation used in the vaults, the columns, and the exterior all adhere to verticality that Gaudi has tried to achieve in his architectural style. The ornamentation technique employed in the church also tries to tie together the essence that nature is infused with spiritual importance as an example of bioarchitecture. The second example, Eden Project, Cornwall. The Eden Project, located in the United Kingdom, is one of the largest greenhouses in the world, built by Nicholas Grimshaw. The building takes the form of bubble-like domes that serve as greenhouses. The architect was highly inspired by Buckminster Fuller's Montreal Biosphere in Canada. Hence, the project follows the geometry of geodesic spherical networks. The site was a former clay mine and the building's entrance is at the top of this clay pit. The skin of the biomes is transparent windows made from EDFE. This self-cleaning material is ideal as it can transmit UV light and is also strong enough to take the weight of a car. The main building consists of 3 parts. The humid tropic biomes forms the biggest one, warm temperature biomes, and then the linking building, which is almost invisible in the landscape. Now, after sharing with you these 2 examples, could you think about one or more such initiatives from your country that are integrating principles from bioarchitecture? Thank you for following us through this chapter. In the next one, we will discover how to create connections and networks within rural communities through social media.